Hello, beautiful friends. I want to share some of these little things that come in throughout the day that are really helpful to me, and maybe they'll be helpful for you as well. I think a lot of times we forget how powerful we really are, and it's really a matter of not are we powerful enough, but how are we directing our power? What are we directing our power to? This is something that I think about a lot. Directing your power, your energy, your light, your knowledge, all of these gifts that you have. We all have gifts. We all have special, unique gifts, and we also all have often way more gifts than we truly realize or give ourselves credit for. And the real question is, how are we using those gifts or this energy or whatever it may be? Are we using it to uplift ourselves, to heal, or to create, or to be of service to others or impact others, or whatever it is? I don't know. I just think about this a lot. How are you using your energy? What are you consuming and what are you putting out? And I'm not saying there's a right or wrong answer, but in your heart, if you're like me, there's things that you really long to create, things that your soul longs to create. And I think this gets complicated from the mind because the mind, there's so many weird programs in the mind when it comes to creation and art of any kind, whether it's like literally art or whether it's something, any creation. When I say art, I mean any creation, anything that you want to create in your soul, whether it is a piece of art or it is a family or a relationship or a business or a lifestyle or whatever it is in your heart that would expand you, and in turn it would help to expand others. How are you putting your life force energy into that? Because you are so powerful. And I guess the question then is, it's not putting these things on pedestals because they're out of reach, because they're not. They are in reach. But are you directing your power in a way where you are aligning with this right now and in each moment? Or are you directing your power in a way that is sabotaging yourself in some kind of way? And this isn't to judge yourself. This isn't to comment on it or beat yourself up about it. It's just to be aware. And you just get more curious about that. Because a lot of times when we bring our awareness to that and get curious about it, okay, maybe I am. Why am I putting all this focus, all of my power into beating myself up? I'm putting all of my power into blaming myself. I'm putting all my power into blaming other people, into blaming society, instead of using the power that God has given me right now and is giving me every single day to create what is being erected in my heart. Where are you using your power? To beat yourself up? To sabotage yourself? To stay distracted? To stay small? To stay hidden? I know it's so easy. And again, it doesn't have to be these great, grandiose things that sometimes like our mind or ego will also use that to sabotage ourselves. Like it has to be this or that. What is it really though? What is God really asking for you today? To me, that's like priority number one. And it is a practice, obviously. It's not something that, again, like the way we're so programmed to beat ourselves up is so crazy. Like if I'm not perfect at this all the time, like I must be a failure. No, that's not it. It's a practice. It's getting back up, it's seeing, all of these things and just being aware of it and allowing yourself to truly see it instead of hiding from yourself. Because again, this is just something I think about a lot for a lot of reasons, so I imagine a lot of people do as well. I love life so much. I appreciate this life so much. There's something so magical about being here, even, despite the immense love, despite the immense grief, despite the immense fear and pain and the whole spectrum of things that come up that we get to feel. It's so beautiful, and there's nothing wrong with those energies, and even when you find things that you think are your blocks or something that is wrong with you, you can reframe it and embody it in a way that is being of service to you. If you're stubborn, you can use that grit, you can use that determination for what your soul is leading you towards. If you're sensitive, you can use that. Even if you're lazy, you can use that. Get a little more creative perhaps, but just ask yourself how you can flip that, because as many have noted, in what we call shadow work, your shadow, the thing that we're so programmed to avoid and lock up and hate and run from, often contains the greatest treasures. I don't know why I didn't make the rules. At least I don't remember making the rules. Perhaps we all made the rules on some level, but that's just seems to be how it is. It's just perhaps the duality of it. But yeah, how are you using your power today? Feel free to comment it. Feel free to comment, and claim it and be seen and be bold and do things that you don't normally do, and see what happens. Just a thought, just some food for thought today. All right. I love you all so much. You are so powerful. More than you know. Truly, we all are. It's not that we're not powerful. It's just a matter of how we're directing our power, how we're focusing our power. Is the power spread thin? Is the power all over the place? Are we beating the drum to every negative thing in our life? That's a program. That's a thing. That's a very common thing, is to beat the drum to every negative thing happening, which what I mean by that is to focus everything on everything that's going wrong. And then you just create this reality of that. And again, it's a balance, I'm not saying avoid the shadows. But if you can find yourself in a balance between the shadows and the light, you're going to really have an amazing experience. And I think that's part of why we're here, is to be able to walk that fine line, walk in between these different realms or realities, energies that are happening of immense light, immense darkness, being able to be the truth, be in the center, be able to hold ourselves and remember who we are and embody our soul and let ourselves start to be led by our souls. I find a lot of the things that happen specifically regarding challenges that I don't always understand in the moment are very helpful calls inward, and they're very helpful calls from my soul to awaken me from the dream that I've been in. And obviously that's sometimes rough because the ego doesn't always want to awaken, but if you're on this spiritual path, chances are you're calling this in. You're calling in the spirit of awakening. You're calling in the spirit of divine love. You're calling in the spirit of being and your purpose, and beginning to, on a daily basis, understand what that really means. And it's not just in the grandiose things that you do or that you see other people do. It's really in those small little things that you do every day, and how you choose to direct your power, what you choose to believe in, how you choose to live, how you choose to treat yourself, how you choose to treat other people. How do you choose to have a relationship with your goals or your dreams, the things you're building, the things you're working on? I hope this is helpful. So much love to all of you. Just so much love to all of you. Give yourself so much love. Don't be afraid to feel through the things that you have to move through in order to have that transformation, because it's probably going to happen either way. So you might as well just enjoy the ride. I mean, you're here in Transforming the Darkness channel. You got this.